Hello, yes, I suppose you're expecting another update on my top shelf, but while I was working on it today, a package arrived, and that means review time. Yeah, you know I like collecting my K.T.R.T bots, Korean transforming robot toys, and today I received yet another one, but this is from a different toy line to the ones I usually buy from, because usually I get ones, well, the toy lines I usually get them from is either tow bots, car bots, or Biclons. But this is a totally different toy line, and up to this point they'd never done any toys in this particular line that had caught my interest. That is until back in the last year there was some pictures from a toy show in Korea of these new figures that have been bought out, and basically what they are is they're oversized, fully transforming versions of the smaller toys that they use in this line. The line I'm referring to is a line called Turning Mecard. Now, if you go on YouTube, you can see plenty of videos for the show, and I haven't really watched the show that much. I've only seen a few clips of it, and it's a kind of a card game based thing. And they have these cards with little magnets in, and you have these little vehicles, and you lay the cards out on a mat, and then you roll the vehicles towards the card, and then the magnet engages a mechanism, and then the vehicle springs open into some kind of robot or creature, and then you read there's got 3 different attributes on the card, and then it's whoever's, you pick one of the 3 attributes. You say you want a red attribute, green, is it white and blue? I don't know. Well, one of the attributes. And then whoever's got the highest rating wins, and you have 3 rounds of the game, and then best of 3 wins. It's a fairly simple concept, but the toys are quite interesting. They're very small little cars generally, that have when you roll them over these magnetic cards, they spring open, and they're all sorts of creatures, usually robots, but they have phoenixes and dragons and all sorts of beasts and monsters, and the engineering on these things is quite interesting, and they're automorphed. They're spring-loaded mechanisms, so they spring open into their form. But they're very limited. They're quite small, and they're very limited in the scope of what you can do with them. There's just that one thing. It's just that spring open gimmick. No articulation on them at all. That is until they decided to do these bigger ones that transform properly. Now, they've only bought 3 of them out so far. They've bought out Evan, which is the blue robot, which is the main character from with the kid in the series. They've then got the Phoenix, which is a big red bird. And then they've got the one that I've just bought. Now his name is Tero, and he's a dragon. And he transforms from this. Now this is the car mode. This is typical of the sort of cars you get in Turning Mecard. They're usually a lot smaller than this. And in the show, the cars are sentient, and they can drive around by themselves, and they can talk to the kids, and blah blah blah. Anyway, so this is Tero's car mode, and as you can see, it's a very sort of futuristic, very wide, very low sort of hatchback, kind of like Generation Skid's alt mode, very similar to that, I think, in terms of its styling. Anyway, obviously you got bits underneath. It's got nice big pinned rolly wheels. Very very solid, very sturdy car mode. Clips together very well. Decent paint apps. It's got transparent lenses in the front. It's got the Mecard logo as a badge on the bonnet. It's got blacked out windows, painted rear lights, painted bumpers, and then some coloured stripes on the side, and the wheels are painted. And that's about all you can say about the car mode. And just as a quick size comparison, I've got Classics Hound, and as you can see, it's rather large. It's quite big. So let's get to transforming this thing. Now I've had quite a play with it this afternoon, and yeah, it's quite a cool transformation. Right, so first of all, do it this way. You grab the front of the cart and then you go like that. It's quite a violent action, but it almost transforms the majority of the body. It unclips most of the major parts in him, and he is quite firmly clipped together. So take this bit and fold that down. On these arm bits, pull that in, and the claws out. Pull that in, pull that out. Also, take those bits and move them off to the side. Then you got the legs. Pull these roof bits down. Straighten out the legs. Pull out the feet. Pull out the heel spurs. And then he's got his tail tucked up, which you pull round to the back. And there we have him. Tero in his beast mode, robot mode. Now he's a dragon, and pretty cool actually. He's a decent size. He's very well made. He's got a number of joints. He's got working light piping, I know that much. And yeah, he's pretty cool. His stance, his aesthetic is he's got these huge arms, which I suppose are supposed to be wings, but you can't actually use them as wings as such because the kibble on his shoulders gets in the way. Articulation, he's got friction joint on the shoulder, ratchet all the way around there. The claws, that's a transformation joint, but they sort of go in and out. His head moves up and down just a little bit, very limited motion. Does have an opening mouth, but it's part of the same. It's on the same common hinge as the head, so that when you pull the head down, his mouth closes. It's a shame he hasn't got a mushroom peg to give the head some twist. That would have been great. Moving down to the hips. Hips, they are ratcheted. They go quite far forward and really far back. You can do the splits. Now he does have 5 swivels, which is unusual for a Sonicon transforming robot. And his feet have just got the one joint for the transformation and a bit of movement on the heel spur. But yeah, he's pretty cool. I really like him. And out of the 3 that they introduced to this line, he was the one I decided to get first. I might go for the Phoenix one, that looks pretty cool. But as for Evan, the blue robot, I don't know, we'll have to see. I might decide to be a completionist on this particular line, seeing as there's only 3 of them. But yeah, doesn't have any interactivity with the cards for the card game. Didn't come with a card. I was expecting it to at least come with a special card that you could use in the card game, but it doesn't. But I'm not really bothered about that because I didn't buy this thing to play the card game. Very cool. It's missing a few paint apps, especially when you look at on the box art. Some of the, like his claws should be silver. He should have silver teeth in his mouth. These bits here should be silver. He should have some red and silver bits on here. But that's neither here nor there really. Oh yeah, he has got working knees as well. They do go right forwards. I mean, he can kick himself in the face, and they go nearly 90 degrees back. So yeah, he's decent articulation for what he is. And his tail moves up and down a bit as well. So yeah, that has been my review of Turning Mecard HG Tero. He's pretty cool, and a really awesome transforming toy. So yeah, top shelf. Yeah, I've been busy on it today. I've got the next two sections of the shelf, so that's the bit down the long wall. I was really waiting till I got one of these. It's a wall. It's like a stud detector or a wall scanner, and this is a very simple cheapy one. It's got two settings. It's got the stud detector, and then it's got the, you need something that's got some juice in it or some metal. See? And I went down the long wall, and there was a few joists in there, but fortunately no cables, so that was good. So I managed to screw the wall up, and if you want to see what it looks like this. So yeah, there's a couple of pictures of the next section of the shelf. I've still got one more section to go in, but it's the other short wall. I ran the scanner over it briefly, and I think there's some cables in there, so I'm going to have to be careful when I drill into that one. But I should be able to get the shelf finished tomorrow, and then I can start populating it with bots. So yeah, this has only been a kind of a quickie review. Just wanted to show this guy off. He's pretty cool. I like him. He's really cool. I have got another new K.T.R.T bot on the way from another toy brand. Well, it's kind of a spin-off of Tobots actually, but that's on its way. That should be arriving soon. Got a bot from I've ordered from Japan. Yeah, Amazon Japan, but it's taking a very, very long time to get here. And a few other bits and bobs. So yeah, things is moving along, and that's all I've got to say for today. I hope you've enjoyed this little video. Yeah, a quick look at Tero, and I'll see you all next time. Hope you'll join me then. Ta-da.